The French President, François Hollande, and the German leader, Angela Merkel, say that they're not confident that any deal will be reached over the EU budget. Day 2 of talks in Brussels aimed at settling the budget until 2020. We heard the first part of Day 1 yesterday. Today is due to be the final day of discussions, but they could end up over the weekend, continuing after the President of the European Council, Herman Van Rompuy, presented the 27 EU leaders with a new proposal. Angela Merkel says she's not sure agreement can be reached by the end of this summit.
I believe that the positions are partly still very far apart. I think that we will advance a little, but doubt that we will achieve a result. I have already said that I think there will be a second stage.
The European Commission wants a 5% increase in spending, but a group of countries, including Britain, says that any rise at this time of austerity would be unacceptable. David Cameron has told Herman Van Rompuy that there's also no question of any further cuts to Britain's budget rebate. Tough talk. Let's talk to West Midlands MEP Nikki Sinclaire, who joins us on the show. Nikki, morning.
Good morning.
Are you encouraged by David Cameron's tough words then?
Definitely not. I don't think they're tough words. I think it was interesting that Angela Merkel used the word stage, because I was about to say the EU pantomime has come early, will they, won't they? We're in the second day of this, but they didn't start until quite late last night. And the EU, like, if you think of all the major treaties like Maastricht, it was agreed at 3 or 4 in the morning. They really do like to push these very late and build up the drama. The reality is that even if there is no agreement, there will be a default increase in the budget. And it shows where we really have no power.
Right.
In a time that we're having to cut our cloth in the UK, where our energy bills are going up by 6%, way above inflation, that the EU will definitely get an increase in its budget, and we're going to have to increase our expenditure. Doesn't matter what David Cameron does. And that's why, in my opinion, we need to make a decision about the European Union, because it doesn't matter what David Cameron said, and he's brought up about the EU, the Thatcher rebate. You know, he's creating smoke screens so he can come away and say, yes, I've been tough, I've protected our rebate, I've done this. He really will achieve little. You've got to get unanimity among 27 countries, and that is why we need to decide our future, which is why, obviously, as you know, I recently set up a political party. We demand a referendum.
Yeah, are you
on the ballot? Are
you saying though that isn't a reality? Then the rebate isn't under threat at all? Because I mean, some people are saying, look, you know, it's doubly bad because not only do they want us to put more money in, but we're also going to get less money out. But you're saying that's not true.
Well, it's always brought up, and you will always get some countries saying, "Oh, yes, well, you British, you get preferential treatment because of the rebate." But the rebate is only a rebate of the money that we put in. We're still the second largest net contributors to the European Union, so it's only some of our money coming back to us. And there are countries that would want our rebate to quash our rebate. But the problem with the European Union, it has to have unanimity, and it's all 27 countries. And there are some countries that do not care about our rebate and will not be pushing for it. So I don't think our rebate is directly under threat. I think France would like to do away with our rebate. It's interesting though that on Van Rompuy's latest suggestion that the French will get more money for agriculture. Now, if you tell that to our farmers in Warwickshire, they will be unhappy about that, because the French already get a fantastic deal under agriculture, and it just shows that that's why we need to make a decision. We're hearing all these figures mentioned on the news about billions and possible even trillions of the budget. Let's break down. Our contribution last year was £8.1 billion. That equates to £308 for every household in the UK.
Nikki, going to have to leave it there. Thanks for joining us this morning. MEP, Midlands MEP, I should say, Nikki Sinclaire, joining us on the show.